My partner has been carrying on an affair with my best friend's husband. They're plotting to abandon us, both to reveal their hidden relationship. Can you imagine a betrayal so deep, so twisted, that it not only shatters your world, but also your best friends? All because the two men you loved were secretly in love with each other? My name is Elena, and my life got blown apart in the most unbelievable way. It all started 3 days ago, not with some dramatic discovery, but with me just trying to find my phone charger in Marcus' car. I wasn't snooping, okay? I wasn't even suspicious. But there it was, tucked in the side pocket, a hotel receipt. The Grand View Hotel. Last Tuesday. My stomach dropped, because that was the same Tuesday Marcus told me he was working late on a big presentation. And it was the exact same Tuesday Amber, my best friend, called me in tears because her husband, Jake, had to go on some emergency work trip. My hands, they were shaking, just seeing that name, that date. Room 447. 2 nights. $3,086. I just sat there in that car for 20 long minutes, staring at it. My brain was screaming, trying to make it make sense. Maybe it was an old receipt. Maybe it was for a client. Maybe. But then I saw the itemized charges. 2 bathrobes, a couple's massage, room service for 2, champagne. And that's when I threw up. Right there. Into his gym bag. That was Thursday. Today is Sunday, and I haven't uttered a single word to anyone. Marcus? He's completely oblivious. This morning, he kissed me goodbye before his run, told me he loved me, asked if I wanted Thai food for dinner. Normal. Amber? She texted me yesterday, asking about brunch, sent a funny wine meme. Even called Jake useless because he forgot the milk. They were all living in this perfect little bubble, and I was trapped outside, holding a hand grenade. For 3 days, I've been glued to this couch, replaying everything, trying to figure out what the hell to do. Part of me thinks I'm completely insane, but another part thinks I'm not insane enough. Because here's the kicker, Marcus and Jake, they supposedly hated each other. At least, that's what I thought, what we all thought. Marcus would constantly complain whenever we had to do couple things with Amber and Jake. Jake's so boring, he'd grumble. He talks way too much about golf. He just doesn't get my sense of humor. And Jake? He always seemed so uncomfortable around Marcus. Their interactions were stiff, almost comical. A business handshake. Small talk about traffic. The weather. Never anything real. Never anything that hinted at this. I met Amber 6 years ago. Pottery class. We were both terrible at it, but brilliant at drinking wine and laughing at ourselves. She was my first real friend after moving to Portland. She met Jake 2 years later online. They got married fast. Too fast, everyone said, but they seemed happy. Marcus came into my life 4 years ago through work. He was consulting on a project. He asked me out 17 times before I finally said yes. He was persistent, charming, good-looking in that way where he didn't quite know it. Last year, we moved in together, got a dog, started talking about engagement rings. And now this. My hands were still shaking as I opened my laptop. I logged into our shared phone plan. I'd never done this before, never had a reason to. Marcus call log loaded. Pages and pages. And there it was. Jake's number. 47 times in the last month. 47. Some calls were short, a couple of minutes. Others were long. 30 minutes. An hour. One call lasted over 2 hours. All at times Marcus said he was at the gym or running errands or stuck in traffic. I scrolled to our texts. Marcus, and I texted constantly. Good morning messages. Funny observations. Grocery lists. I love yous. His last text from this morning. Don't forget to feed Biscuit before you leave. Biscuit. Our golden retriever puppy. 6 months old. Marcus insisted on the name, said it was funny. I looked at Biscuit, sleeping peacefully on his dog bed. He had no idea our entire life was falling apart. I needed more proof. I needed to be absolutely sure before I did anything. I grabbed my keys. The Grand View Hotel was clear across town. A 40-minute drive. I'd never been there. It was expensive. The kind of place you go for anniversaries, for special occasions, or apparently for secret affairs with your girlfriend's best friend's husband. The lobby was all marble and fancy lighting. A young guy sat at the front desk, scrolling on his phone. I walked up, trying to look casual. Hi, I was here last Tuesday with my husband, and I think I left my earrings in room 447. Is there any way someone could check for me? He looked up, smiled politely. Let me call housekeeping. What name was the reservation under? My heart was pounding. I had no idea whose name it would be under. Could you just check? I'm not sure if it was under his name or mine. He looked confused, but typed something into his computer. Room 447. Last Tuesday, that was under Marcus Bennett. Marcus' full name. And it looks like that was a 2-night stay. Checked in Tuesday, checked out Thursday. Right. Yes, that's us. He called housekeeping. No earrings, of course. I thanked him and practically ran out before he could see me shatter. I sat in my car in the parking lot. I couldn't breathe. My chest felt tight. Marcus had booked it under his own name. He wasn't even trying that hard to hide it. Or maybe he just thought he'd never get caught. I drove to Amber's house. I don't know why. I just needed to see her, to see if she knew. She answered the door in yoga pants and an oversized sweater, hair in a messy bun, no makeup. Elena? What are you doing here? Everything okay? Yeah, just in the neighborhood. Thought I'd stop by. She pulled me into a hug. She smelled like lavender and coffee. Come in, come in. I was just meal prepping. Want some coffee? Her house was exactly how I remembered it. Clean, organized. Photos of her and Jake everywhere. Their wedding photo on the mantel. Jake in his tux looking stiff. Amber in her dress, radiant. A photo from their honeymoon in Greece. Both tanned and happy. A recent photo from someone's birthday party. The 4 of us. Me and Marcus. Amber and Jake. All smiling. Arms around each other. I felt sick. So, what's going on? Amber poured me coffee in a mug that said, but first, coffee. Nothing really. Just felt like seeing you. She studied my face. You look tired. Is everything okay with Marcus? My throat tightened. Everything's fine. Why? I don't know. You just seem off. I almost told her. Right then. Almost broke down and spilled everything. But then her phone buzzed on the counter. Jake's name flashed on the screen. She picked it up. Hey, babe. Yeah, I'm home. Elena stopped by. Okay. Love you, too. She hung up, smiled at me. Jake's at the hardware store. Says he'll be home in 20. Where did he say he was going? I asked, a strange tension in my voice. She looked confused. The hardware store. Why? No reason. We sat at her kitchen table, making small talk. She told me about a coworker problem, a new restaurant she wanted to try, her mom's upcoming visit, normal things, normal conversation. Like her entire marriage wasn't a lie. I left after 30 minutes, told her I had errands to run. As I drove away, I saw Jake's car pull into their driveway. He got out with a bag from the hardware store. So he really was at the hardware store. But when did he have time to call Amber? He'd just been on the phone with her. Unless I pulled over 2 blocks away, opened my phone and called Jake's number. It rang 4 times, then went to voicemail. His voice. Professional. Polite. I hung up. 30 seconds later, my phone rang. Unknown number. I answered. Elena? It's Jake. Sorry, I was driving. What's up? My mind went blank. Oh, sorry. I must have pocket dialed you. No worries. Everything okay? Yeah, fine. Talk later. I hung up. So, Jake had my number saved, and he called back immediately. Why would he do that if we barely knew each other? I drove home. Marcus was there. He'd finished his run, was in the shower. I could hear the water running. His phone was on the kitchen counter. I'd never looked through his phone before. Never wanted to. Never needed to. I picked it up. Tried his birthday. Wrong. Tried my birthday. Wrong. Tried biscuits, adoption date. It unlocked. My hands were shaking so hard I almost dropped it. His messages loaded. Nothing from Jake. No texts. No calls in the recent log. But there was a messaging app one didn't recognize. Signal. The icon was small, tucked in a folder. I opened it, and there they were. Messages between Marcus and Jake. Hundreds of them. I scrolled up, started reading. Can't stop thinking about yesterday. Me neither. When can I see you again? Amber has yoga Thursday night. Can you get away? I'll figure something out. I hate this. I hate lying to them. I know. Me too. But we agreed. After New Year's, we'll tell them together. I kept scrolling. Photos. Not explicit, but intimate. Jake's hand on Marcus' shoulder. Marcus smiling in a way I'd never seen him smile. Both of them in workout clothes at what looked like a gym. More messages. Elena asked about the hotel receipt. Had to say it was for a client dinner. Be more careful. We're so close. I know. Just 2 more months, then we're free. Can't wait to wake up next to you every morning. I love you. I love you too. The shower turned off. I put his phone back exactly where it was. Marcus came out in a towel, hair wet, smiling. Hey babe, how was your morning? I looked at him. This man I thought I knew. This man I'd built a life with. Fine. Yours. Good run. Cleared my head. He kissed my forehead. Went to get dressed. I sat there, completely numb. After New Year's. That's what the message said. After New Year's, they were going to tell us. New Year's was 6 weeks away. They were planning to leave us both. Together. Marcus and Jake. My boyfriend and my best friend's husband. I spent the rest of the day pretending everything was normal. We ordered Thai food. Watched a movie. Went to bed. Marcus fell asleep easily like he always did. I lay there, staring at the ceiling, planning. Because here's what I realized. I had 6 weeks. 6 weeks where they thought their secret was safe. 6 weeks where I could figure out exactly what I wanted to do. I could confront them now, scream and cry and throw things and blow their lives apart. Or I could wait. I could plan. I could make sure that when this all came out, I was ready. I chose to wait. The next morning, I called in sick to work. Told Marcus I had a migraine. He seemed concerned. Brought me water and painkillers. Kissed my forehead. Feel better, babe. Text me if you need anything. As soon as he left, I got to work. I went through everything. Bank statements. Credit card bills. Our shared calendar. The hotel wasn't the first time. There were charges to restaurants I'd never been to. Movies on nights Marcus said he was working late. Gas station charges on the other side of town. I made a spreadsheet. Documented everything. Dates. Times. Amounts. Locations. I found 7 other hotel stays over the past 6 months. Different hotels. Always 2 nights. Always Tuesday through Thursday. The same days Jake was supposedly on work trips. I checked Amber's social media. She'd posted during those times. Sad posts about missing Jake. Wine glass emojis. Why do work trips have to be so long? She didn't know. Amber had no idea. My phone rang. It was her. I almost didn't answer, but I did. Hey girl, wanna grab lunch today? I'm downtown near your office. I'm actually sick today. Migraine. Oh no. Do you need anything? I can bring you soup. No, I'm okay. Marcus is taking care of me. He's such a good guy. You're lucky. I almost laughed. Yeah, real lucky. Feel better. We'll reschedule. After I hung up, I cried for the first time. Really cried. Ugly crying. The kind where you can't breathe. Biscuit came over and put his head in my lap. It's just you and me, buddy, I told him. Just you and me. I needed to talk to someone. I couldn't do this alone. But who? I couldn't tell my parents. They loved Marcus. Thought he was perfect for me. I couldn't tell my work friends. Too complicated. Too messy. Then I thought of Rachel, my college roommate. We'd stayed close even though she lived in Boston now. She was blunt, honest, didn't sugarcoat things. I called her. Elena, it's Monday morning. Why are you calling me? Someone better be dying. Marcus is cheating on me. Silence. I'm booking a flight. I'll be there tonight. Rachel, no, you don't have to. I'm booking it now. Send me your address. I'm coming. She showed up at 8 p.m., took an emergency day off work, flew across the country. That's friendship. I told her everything. Showed her the messages, the receipts, the spreadsheet. She sat there listening, her face getting angrier and angrier. With Amber's husband, Jake, the golf guy. Yeah, and they're planning to leave you both after New Year's. That's what the messages said. She stood up, started pacing. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to destroy them. Rachel, no. Listen, they get to plan their perfect little exit. They get to control the narrative. They get to leave you blindsided and heartbroken while they ride off into the sunset together? Absolutely not. I don't want revenge. I just want... What? Closure? Understanding? They're not going to give you that, Elena. They're cowards. They've been lying to you for months. They don't deserve your kindness. She was right. I knew she was right. What do you suggest? She smiled. We beat them at their own game. We plan better. We prepare better. And when the time comes, we make sure everyone knows exactly what they did. Amber doesn't know. She's innocent in this. So tell her. I can't. Not yet. I need to think. Rachel stayed for 3 days. We planned. We strategized. We documented everything. She helped me open a separate bank account, transfer half of our shared savings. She helped me talk to a lawyer, just a consultation, to know my rights. She even helped me find a new apartment, just in case. Put down a deposit. You're preparing for war, she said on her last night. That's good. But are you preparing for after? What do you mean after? After the confrontation? After it all blows up? After Marcus is gone, and Amber probably hates you for not telling her sooner? After all the mutual friends pick sides? What then? I hadn't thought that far ahead. I don't know. Just be ready. This is going to be ugly and it's going to hurt. And some days you're going to wonder if you made the right choice. Did I make the right choice to wait to plan? Yeah, you did. Because now you have control. Now you're not the victim. You're the one holding all the cards. After Rachel left, I went back to pretending everything was normal. Marcus didn't suspect anything. Why would he? I was the same Elena. Same routines. Same conversations. Except I wasn't. I was documenting everything. Recording conversations. Screenshotting messages. I watched him differently now. Noticed things I'd missed before. The way he'd tense up when his phone buzzed. How he'd take calls in another room. How he'd started going to the gym more, coming home showered already. How he'd pull away sometimes when I touched him, like he was somewhere else. With someone else. With Jake. 3 weeks went by. Thanksgiving happened. We spent it with my parents. Marcus carved the turkey, told jokes, helped my dad with the dishes. My mom pulled me aside. He's going to propose soon. I can tell. You're going to be so happy, honey. I just smiled. Amber and Jake spent Thanksgiving with Jake's family in California. She texted me photos. Beach sunset. Jake holding her hand. Grateful for this man. I wondered if Jake felt guilty. If Marcus did. If they talked about us while they were together. If they laughed about how clueless we were. December arrived. Marcus started acting different. More attentive. Bringing me flowers. Planning date nights. I realized why. He was trying to make the breakup easier. making good memories so he could tell himself he'd been a good boyfriend until the end. Or maybe he was just feeling guilty. One night in early December, my phone rang. Unknown number. Hello, Elena. It's Jake. My heart stopped. Oh, hey, Jake. What's up? I need to talk to you. In person. Can we meet? What about? Please. It's important. Tomorrow. The coffee shop on Morrison Street. Noon. Does Amber know you're calling me? Silence. No. And she can't. Please, Elena, just meet me. He hung up. I sat there, shaking. Why did Jake want to meet? Did he know I knew? Was he going to confess? I called Rachel. Go, she said. Record everything. This could be useful. The next day, I arrived at the coffee shop 15 minutes early. Set up my phone to record audio in my purse. Jake showed up exactly at noon. He looked terrible, exhausted, stressed. We ordered coffee and sat in the back corner. Thank you for meeting me, he said. What's this about, Jake? He rubbed his face. I don't know how to say this. Just say it. I'm leaving Amber. What? After New Year's. I'm going to ask for a divorce. I pretended to be shocked. Jake, what? Why? I've been seeing someone else. Oh my God. I know it's terrible. I'm a terrible person. But I can't keep living this lie. Does Amber know? No. I wanted to tell you first. Why me? He looked at me. Really looked at me. Because you're going to need to be there for her. When I tell her, she's going to need her best friend. The audacity. The absolute audacity. Who is it? Who are you leaving her for? He looked away. I can't tell you that yet. It's someone I know, isn't it? Elena. Is it Marcus? His face went white. Bingo. How did you? I know everything, Jake. I've known for weeks. He stood up, sat back down, stood up again. You know? Does Amber know? No. I haven't told her. Why not? Because I'm still deciding how to handle this. How did this even happen, Jake? You and Marcus. He put his head in his hands. It started at the gym 6 months ago. We were both working out at the same time. Started spotting each other. Talking. We realized we had things in common. You're both gay. Bisexual. We're both bisexual. We've been hiding it. Living these straight lives. Trying to be what everyone expected. So, you decided to have an affair instead of being honest. It wasn't supposed to happen like this. It just happened. One conversation led to another, and then hotel rooms, secret messages, lying to your wives. I know it's wrong. I know we've hurt you both. But, Elena, I've never felt like this before. With anyone. Marcus makes me feel like I can finally be myself. I wanted to throw my coffee in his face. Does he make you feel good about lying to me every single day? About planning your new life while I'm at home thinking everything is fine? No. I feel terrible. We both do. Not terrible enough to stop. No. At least he was honest about that. Why are you telling me this now? I asked. Why not just wait until New Year's like you planned? Because I can't do it anymore. The lying. The sneaking around. I want to tell Amber this weekend. I want to come clean. And you wanted to warn me first? You wanted to ask me to be there for her? Please, Elena. She's going to need you. I laughed. Actually laughed. You're asking me to comfort my best friend after you destroy her marriage? To help her through the heartbreak of finding out her husband is leaving her for my boyfriend? That's what you're asking. I know it sounds insane. It is insane. You and Marcus did this. You deal with the consequences. I stood up to leave. Elena, wait. There's something else. What? Marcus doesn't want to wait. He wants to tell you tonight. He's planning to. I convinced him to wait until after the holidays. But I don't think I can stop him anymore. My blood ran cold. Tonight. Yeah. He's been talking about it all week. He feels guilty. He wants to come clean. Does he know you're talking to me? No. He'd kill me if he knew. I grabbed my purse. Don't tell him we talked. Don't tell him I know. Give me time, Elena. Just give me until the weekend, please. I left before he could respond. Tonight. Marcus was going to tell me tonight. All my planning. All my preparation. And he was going to ruin it by confessing early. I called Rachel from my car. He's going to tell me tonight. Jake just warned me. I have hours. Okay. Don't panic. You have options. Like what? You tell him first. You take control of the narrative. You tell him you know everything and you're leaving. But Amber is going to find out either way. Either tonight when Jake tells her, or this weekend, or whenever. But at least if you control how this happens, you're not sitting there like a victim while Marcus dumps you. She was right. I drove home. Marcus wasn't there yet. Still at work. I had 3 hours. I packed a bag. Clothes. Toiletries. Important documents. Photos I wanted to keep. I took biscuits, favorite toys. His food. His bed. I wasn't coming back here. I called the apartment I'd put a deposit on. Asked if I could move in early. They said yes. I loaded everything into my car. Made 3 trips. The apartment was empty, but it was mine. Just mine. I set up Biscuit's bed in the corner. He looked confused. New place, buddy. Just for a little while. I went back to our apartment. Marcus' apartment now. I sat on the couch and waited. He came home at 6:30, carrying Chinese takeout. Hey, babe. Got your favorite Kung Pao chicken. I looked at him. This stranger I'd been living with. We need to talk. His face changed. Okay, what's up? I know about Jake. He went completely still. The takeout bag slipped from his hands. What? I know about your affair. I know about the hotels, the messages, the plan to tell me after New Year's. I know everything. He sat down heavily. Elena, how long? How long have you been lying to me, Marcus? I was going to tell you tonight. You were going to tell me tonight because Jake told you to, or because you actually felt guilty? Both. I don't know. I'm so sorry, Elena. I never meant for this to happen. But it did happen. For 6 months. It happened while I was here, thinking we were happy. Thinking we were building a life together. Tears were running down his face. We were happy. I do love you, Elena. I also love Jake. And I can't keep living this lie. Which lie? The one where you pretend to be straight? Or the one where you pretend to love me? I'm not pretending. I'm bisexual. I can love both of you. I choose to be with him. The words hit like a physical blow. Does Amber know? Not yet. Jake is telling her this weekend. No, he's not. He's telling her tonight. He already told me. We met this afternoon. Marcus' eyes widened. You talked to Jake? Yeah. He wanted to warn me. To ask me to be there for Amber when her world falls apart. Because apparently you two think you can just blow up our lives and walk away clean. It's not like that. Then what is it like, Marcus? Explain it to me. Because from where I'm sitting, it looks like you and Jake have been having fun playing house while Amber and I were home being loyal and faithful and stupid. I know we hurt you. I know this is awful. But Elena, I've been struggling with my sexuality my whole life. And meeting Jake, being with Jake, it made me realize I can't keep hiding who I am. Then you should have told me that instead of sneaking around behind my back. You're right. You're absolutely right. I handled this terribly, but I'm telling you now. I'm being honest now. I stood up. You're being honest because you got caught, or because Jake forced your hand, not because you actually wanted to. Where are you going? Away from you. Elena, please. Can we talk about this? Can we figure this out? Figure what out, Marcus? You just told me you choose him. There's nothing to figure out. But we have a life together. For years. We have Biscuit. We have this apartment. We have nothing. You made sure of that when you decided to fall in love with someone else. I walked to the door. Elena, wait. What about your stuff? I already moved it. What's left is yours. You already moved out? When? This afternoon. While you were at work planning your big confession. You knew I was going to tell you tonight. Jake told me. Like I said, we talked. I could see his mind racing, trying to understand how much I knew. How long I'd known. How long have you known? He asked. Long enough to prepare. Long enough to make sure I'm okay. Long enough to realize I deserve better than this. I left. He didn't follow me. I drove to my new apartment. Biscuit was waiting, tail wagging. I sat on the floor and cried. Not because I was heartbroken, but because 4 years of my life had just ended and I felt relieved. My phone started buzzing. Marcus calling. I declined. Text messages flooded in. Please, let's talk about this. I'm so sorry. I never wanted to hurt you. Can we please just talk? I blocked his number. Then I called Amber. She answered on the first ring. Hey, what's up? Are you home? Yeah. Jake's here, too. We're making dinner. Want to come over? I'm actually calling about Jake. What about him? Can you put me on speaker? I need both of you to hear this. Okay. Hold on. Rustling sounds. Okay, you're on speaker, Elena. What's going on? I took a deep breath. Jake is having an affair with Marcus. They've been together for 6 months. They're planning to leave us both. Silence. Then Amber's voice shaky. What? Elena, that's not funny. I'm not joking. Jake met with me today. He told me everything. He was planning to tell you this weekend. Jake. Amber's voice was desperate now. Jake, tell her she's wrong. Tell her this is crazy. More silence. Then Jake's voice. Quiet. Broken. It's true. What? Amber. I'm so sorry. It's true. I've been seeing Marcus. I was going to tell you. I swear I was going to tell you. You're gay. Bisexual. I'm bisexual. The sound Amber made was inhuman. A wail. A scream. Amber, I'm so sorry. Get out. Get out of my house. I could hear things breaking, crashing. Jake saying her name over and over. Then footsteps. A door slamming. Then just crying. Horrible. Broken. Crying. Amber, I said softly. Elena. Her voice was destroyed. I'm here. How long have you known? 3 weeks. 3 weeks. And you didn't tell me. I didn't know how. I wasn't sure how to handle it. You should have told me. You're supposed to be my best friend. I know. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Are you with Marcus right now? No. I left him. I moved out this afternoon. You moved out and didn't tell me? Everything happened so fast. I need you to leave me alone. Amber, I can't do this right now. I can't talk to you. You knew for 3 weeks, and you didn't tell me. You let me keep living this lie. She hung up. I tried calling back. It went straight to voicemail. I texted her. No response. I'd lost my boyfriend and my best friend in the same night. Rachel called an hour later. I heard. Jake called Marcus. Marcus called you. You didn't answer. So he called me trying to find you. What did he say? That you ruined everything. That you told Amber before he could explain properly. That you're being cruel. I laughed. I'm being cruel. That's what he said. Apparently, Jake wanted to tell Amber gently over the weekend, somewhere private, and you just blew it all up over the phone. Jake told me Marcus was going to confess tonight. I couldn't let him control the narrative. I needed to tell Amber myself. Except now Amber's mad at you for not telling her sooner. I know. And Marcus is playing the victim. I know, Elena. This is messy. Really messy. What was I supposed to do, Rachel? There was no good way to handle this. I know. I'm not saying you did anything wrong. I'm just saying it's going to get worse before it gets better. She was right. The next few days were hell. Marcus tried to get into my new apartment. I'd changed the locks before I even moved in. He left things at the door. Notes. Flowers. A stuffed animal for Biscuit. I threw them all away. Amber still wasn't talking to me. I tried calling. Texting. Nothing. I drove to her house. Jake's car wasn't there. The lights were off. I left a note. I'm sorry. Please talk to me. I love you. No response. Work was awkward. People knew something was wrong. I took a week off. Rachel flew back out. Stayed with me. You did the right thing, she kept saying. You took control. You protected yourself. But it didn't feel like the right thing. It felt like I'd lost everything. A week after the confrontation, I got a call from an unknown number. Hello, Elena. It's Jake's mom, Patricia. I'd met her once at their wedding. Oh, hi, Patricia. I'm calling because I wanted to thank you. Thank you for telling Amber the truth. For not letting my son continue lying to her. I was stunned. I didn't do it to hurt anyone. I know. Jake told me everything. About Marcus. About the affair. About his struggles with his sexuality. She paused. I wish he'd felt like he could talk to us. To his father and me. We would have supported him. We would have helped him figure it out before he got married. I'm sorry this happened. So am I. But Elena, what you did took courage. You could have kept it secret. Let them tell you on their timeline. But you took control. You protected yourself and Amber. That's not easy. I started crying. Thank you. I needed to hear that. Amber is staying with us right now. She's not doing well, but she's strong. She'll get through this. Can you tell her I'm sorry? That I miss her? I will. Give her time. After we hung up, I felt lighter somehow. At least someone understood. 2 weeks later, I got a text from Amber. Can we talk? Yes. Anytime. Anywhere. Coffee tomorrow? Same place. The coffee shop on Morrison Street where Jake had met me. I'll be there. The next day, I arrived early again, nervous. Amber walked in looking thinner, tired but composed. We ordered coffee, sat down. I'm sorry, I said immediately. I'm so sorry I didn't tell you right away. She held up her hand. Let me talk first. I nodded. I was angry at you. I'm still a little angry at you. Because you're supposed to be my person. You're supposed to tell me when something is wrong. I know. But I also understand why you didn't. You were processing. You were trying to figure out how to handle it. And honestly, if you had told me when you first found out, I probably wouldn't have believed you. Really. Jake was my husband. I trusted him completely. If you had come to me with no proof, just suspicions, I would have thought you were crazy. I might have even stopped being your friend. I hadn't thought of that. So I get it. She continued. I get why you waited. Why you gathered evidence. Why you protected yourself first. I still should have told you before. I told you over the phone like that? That was cruel. Maybe. But Jake was forcing your hand. Marcus was going to confess. You had to make a choice. We sat in silence for a moment. Are you okay? I asked. She laughed bitterly. No, I'm not okay. My husband of 4 years left me for a man. My marriage was a lie. I'm getting divorced at 32. I'm definitely not okay. I'm so sorry, Amber. I know. I'm sorry too. For both of us. Are you staying with Jake's parents? Yeah, they've been amazing. Way more supportive than my own parents, honestly. My mom keeps saying I should have seen the signs. Like it's my fault Jake was closeted. That's awful. Yeah, but Patricia has been great. She's horrified by what Jake did, but she also understands the struggle. It's complicated. Have you talked to Jake? Once. Through lawyers. We're dividing assets. It's all very businesslike and horrible. And Marcus? I saw him once at Patricia's house. He came to get some of Jake's things. He looked terrible. I wanted to feel sorry for him. I didn't. They're living together, Amber said. Did you know that? No. Jake got an apartment. Marcus moved in. They're just together now. Like it's normal. The thought of them happy while Amber and I were miserable made me angry. Are you angry? Amber asked, reading my mind. Yes. Aren't you? Furious, but also sad, because part of me understands they were hiding who they were, living lies, and that must have been hard. They still betrayed us. They did. They absolutely did, and I hate them for it. But I also hope they're happy, because if they're not, if they threw away our marriages for nothing, that would be even worse. I hadn't thought about it that way. We talked for 2 hours about everything. The betrayal, the hurt, the logistics of moving on. I'm selling the house, Amber said. Can't afford it on my own anyway, and every room has memories. I'm staying in my new apartment. It's small, but it's mine. New beginnings for both of us. Yeah. As we left, Amber hugged me. Really hugged me. I missed you, she said. I missed you too. We're going to be okay, Elena. We're going to get through this. 3 months passed. Christmas came and went. I spent it with my parents. They were shocked about Marcus, angry on my behalf. New Year's came. The date Marcus and Jake had originally planned to tell us. Instead, Amber and I spent it together in my apartment with wine and bad movies and biscuit. To new beginnings, Amber toasted. To new beginnings. We didn't talk about Marcus and Jake. We didn't need to. February arrived. I was doing better. Working. Going to therapy. Making plans. Amber was doing better, too. She'd sold the house. Found a new apartment. Started dating someone from her yoga class. A woman, she told me with a smile. Turns out Jake wasn't the only one figuring things out. I was happy for her. One day in late February, I got a message on social media from Marcus. Can we talk? I stared at it for a long time. Then I deleted it. There was nothing to say. But the next day, he was waiting outside my apartment building. Elena, please. Just 5 minutes. You need to leave, Marcus. I know I hurt you. I know I don't deserve your forgiveness. But I need you to know something. What? Jake and I broke up. I froze. What? 2 weeks ago. We tried. We really tried, but it wasn't working. What do you mean it wasn't working? You destroyed 2 relationships for this. I know, but being together in secret was one thing. Being together in reality was different. The guilt, the judgment from our families, the way people looked at us. It was too much. So you broke up. Yeah. And you're telling me this. Why? Because I want you back. I actually laughed. You want me back? I made a mistake. The biggest mistake of my life. And I'm asking if there's any way we can start over. No, Elena. No, Marcus. You don't get to come back after blowing up my entire life because your new relationship didn't work out. You don't get to use me as a backup plan. That's not what this is. Yes, it is. You took a gamble. You bet on Jake. And when that didn't work, you came back to me. That's exactly what this is. I still love you. Maybe you do, but I don't love you anymore. And I don't trust you. And I don't want to be with you. He looked devastated. I'm sorry, he said quietly. I'm not. Because meeting you and loving you and having you betray me taught me exactly what I deserve. And it's not you. I walked past him into my building. He didn't follow. I called Amber immediately. Marcus and Jake broke up. Marcus just showed up asking me to take him back. Are you serious? Yeah. What did you say? I said no. Good. You deserve so much better. So do you. We both do. That night, I blocked Marcus on everything. Social media, email, phone. Complete clean break. It felt good. April came. Spring in Portland. Everything blooming and new. I was sitting in a coffee shop working when someone tapped my shoulder. I looked up. Jake? Can I sit? He asked. I should have said no, but curiosity got the better of me. 5 minutes. He sat down. Looked as bad as Marcus had, maybe worse. I heard you and Marcus broke up, I said. Yeah. I also heard Marcus tried to get back together with Elena. He did. Did you try to get back together with Amber? No. She's happy. She's with someone new. I'm not going to ruin that for her. How noble of you. He winced. I deserve that. You deserve worse than that. I know. We sat in uncomfortable silence. Why are you here, Jake? I wanted to apologize. Really apologize. Not the half-assed apology I gave you and Amber when this all came out. Okay, apologize. He took a breath. I'm sorry for betraying Amber, for lying to her for months, for making her question her entire marriage. I'm sorry for dragging you into this, for putting you in an impossible position. And I am sorry for being a coward who couldn't be honest about who I am until it destroyed the people I cared about. It was a good apology, better than I expected. What about Marcus? Are you sorry about him? I'm sorry we hurt you both, but I'm not sorry I loved him, even if it ended badly. Even if it was wrong, I'm not sorry I got to experience that. At least he was honest. Amber's happy, I told him. She's thriving. Actually better than she was with you. Good. She deserves that. What about you? What are you doing now? Therapy. A lot of therapy. Trying to figure out how to be honest about my sexuality without hurting people. Trying to forgive myself. Have you forgiven yourself? No. I don't think I ever will. Good. He smiled sadly. Thanks for hearing me out, Elena. I know you didn't have to. No, I didn't. He stood to leave. Jake. Yeah. I hope you figure it out. I hope you find a way to be happy and honest, but far away from me and Amber. That's fair. After he left, I texted Amber. Jake just showed up and apologized. Did you punch him? No, but I thought about it. Next time, punch him for both of us. Deal. Summer came. 6 months since everything fell apart. I was seeing someone new. Nothing serious. Just dating. Taking things slow. Amber and her girlfriend were talking about moving in together. We had brunch every Sunday. Our tradition. Do you ever think about them? Amber asked one Sunday. Marcus and Jake? Sometimes. Do you? Yeah. I wonder if they ever think about us. If they regret what they did. Marcus regrets it. He tried to get me back. I know. Pathetic. What about Jake? Last I heard, he's dating someone. A man this time. Someone he met at a support group. Good for him, I guess. Yeah. We ate in comfortable silence. You know what's weird? Amber said, I'm happier now than I was with Jake. Even with all the pain and betrayal and divorce stuff, I'm happier. Me too. Because we're free. We don't have to pretend anymore. We don't have to make excuses for partners who weren't fully present. We get to start over. She was right. Marcus and Jake had tried to control our narrative, tried to leave us on their terms. Instead, we took control. We told our story. We decided how it ended. And we came out stronger. A year later, I ran into Marcus at a grocery store. He looked good, healthier, different haircut. Elena. Hi. Marcus. Awkward silence. How have you been? He asked. Good. Really good, actually. I heard you're seeing someone. News travels fast. Small city. What about you? I'm okay. Taking things day by day. Still in therapy. That's good. More silence. I'm sorry, he said suddenly. For everything. I know I said it before, but I need you to know I mean it. You deserved better. I did, but thank you for saying it. Are you happy? Yeah, I am. He smiled. Genuine this time. Good. I'm glad. We said goodbye and went our separate ways. I didn't feel angry anymore. Didn't feel hurt. Just indifferent. And that felt like winning. Because Marcus and Jake had made their choice. They chose to lie, to cheat, to blow up our lives for a relationship that didn't even last. But Amber and I had made a choice too. We chose to survive, to heal, to build better lives. And that's exactly what we did. So, after hearing all of this, what would you have done in my place? Would you have confronted them immediately, or chosen to plan your exit like I did? Tell me what you think in the comments below. I really want to hear your perspective.